Hello. Hello, YouTube. I'm here live. You should, if you're already subscribed, you should get a notification. But let me just hop over because I know some of the people in my Facebook group were looking for me who usually join me at this time on a Sunday evening. And I am 5 minutes later than billed, if you like. So let me just tell them that I'm live now. So apologies for this start, but this is it's technology. That's just the beauty of going live, and that's how you can tell it's all live, it's all love. I've got a wee XOXO on my t-shirt here, so let's tune into that. So I'm just telling them that I am here. Well, somebody was trying to locate it 37 minutes ago when I wasn't even. Hi, Marie. Just trying to tell people that I'm here. I think it's due to time differences and things like that because she's in Canada. So we'll just do that. Could you maybe do me a favour just while we're gathering? Could you maybe pop into, I've told a couple of people, but could you maybe pop into the Facebook group and do a quick post to say Gwen's live over on YouTube now and share the link? That would be amazing because I know you're love to be my co-creator and co-create the magic with me, and we're going to do that. We're going to do a bit of a, as I said, I sent out an email and we're going to do a little bit of a wildcard moment. So I'd love to have a few more people with us live to do that, to co-create that with us. Yeah, I'll be back in a mo. Thank you so much, lovely. You're always my glamorous assistant, my glorious, wondrous assistant. So whilst Marie is doing that, let me introduce myself. I keep wanting to say for the benefit of the tape. It sounds as if I'm in a criminal investigation. And let me just adjust my camera a little bit if I can as well. But yeah, we're recording this for YouTube, so a lot of people will find this live stream afterwards. And they're reading the connection. The readings with our unseen team are going to be for the whole of March. And it's also the thank you. Hello. So is that Jenny? It says Titch, so I'm not sure who that is, but I think in the tiny picture it looks like Jenny. So Jenny's found me, so that's great. So this is good. So happy International Women's Day. So it's the 8th of March today, International Women's Day. And I know we've got a lot of international women and men who tune into this show. And yeah, it's me. Thank you. Because when people have got different, handles, I want to say love handles, but not in a derogatory way. But your different handles on, YouTube or different platforms, it takes me takes the brain a little minute to adjust and say who's who kind of thing. So with that, we are going to do a little coherence practice, a little wildcard moment shortly to start things off, and then we're going to go into the reading. So I'm just explaining it for anybody who finds us later, who watches the replay, because I know a lot of people set the intention to watch the replay. So let me get a little drink of water. We're going to take a little sip with source, a little sip with spirit, as part of what we're doing as well. And I'm just going to drink some water and get into the energy. So we are connecting with the divine matrix. We're connecting with, and especially with people, a lot of people who watch this channel are, high vibrational. Thank you, Marie's put it on WhatsApp. I was meaning the Facebook group, but anyway. Let's see if I can share the. I have done. I don't sure if I can share the post with everyone because I've already done that today. No, can't do that. Let's see if I can tag a couple of people here who I know wanted to see it. So there we go. Let's see. She might be doing it in a few different places. So I will trust that he's doing what she needs to do. So thank you for that. So yeah, tell me to get on with it now. So yeah, the way this works is we're going to do, I've got several decks in front of me here. We are going to start with the love stream, as we do a bit of a wild card moment, and we are going to, pardon me, do that. You're back. Thank you. I saw you posted it on WhatsApp. Did you post it on the Facebook group as well? Or did you misinterpret when I said group? Sorry, that was me probably confusing things. So, and we do have, so I was starting to say about the description, the introduction really, is that we're doing I connect with my unseen team, and I connect with a collective of basically all of your higher selves are connecting with me as well. And so we we've been doing an immersive this week, we've been doing a 7-day immersive. And so the magic is high today. So when the magic's high and the vibrations are high and we're on this frequency, which those of you who watch this channel and who are drawn and magnetized to this channel, you're on that high vibe frequency. Give me a yes for that. You're on this wavelength, and that's how you tune into it. Whether you've seen me before, met me before, worked with me before, or just came across me, you're magnetized and like magically drawn to watch this recording or this live, because something in it speaks to you, like my soul speaks to your soul, kind of thing. And one of the decks that we're going to use actually tonight is the secret language of color. So like we speak a secret language, we speak the same language, but we speak the language of magic. We speak the language, like my words are your words and my love is your love, kind of thing. And we're light seers, we're light workers. And, you know, that's how we're and give me a yes for that. We're kind of in the Flip the Script collective already, in that collective energy, and give me a yes for that as well. And so that's what pulls us together in this, you know, divine matrix that we call life, really, that love and full expression. So, as I say, you'll easily be able to connect with this. And in the 7-day immersive, the group that we've been doing this week, which has been absolutely phenomenal, and we did an amazing activation today for International Women's Day, a woman of substance connecting with the woman who does magical things, connects in with her own magic. And also, and when you do that, you connect in with the magic and miracles, essentially, and you connect in with the ability to change life, not just for yourself in the present, but you also choose life, choose love, and choose life. Love for you first is another concept that we use. So they're obviously making me choose my words around that. You choose love for you first, and when you change your circumstances, when you connect in with your magic, and when you make those choices from love for you first, then you know, not only do you change things in your present circumstances, but you change things for your ancestors, your predecessors, and you change things for, you know, like your children or your children's children, or your, you know, nieces, nephews, your physical family in this lifetime who come beyond you as well. And that's pretty darn magical as well. So in the spirit of that, we're going to connect in with a couple of people, archetypes that we've been playing with today already. So one of the cards that we had today, we had the full moon, and I haven't brought her over with me, but we then also had the high priestess today, and she's the archetype that we've been working with today. So she's the woman who, so you can see her connecting with her love stream, her stream from her higher self and her team. Hiya, it looks like a couple of more people have found us. So say in the comments if you've joined us. We'd love to know who's here watching us as well. I can see, I know we've got Marie and Jenny because they've commented. So if you're able to comment. I know sometimes if you're on certain devices, you might not have worked out how to do that. So it'd be lovely if you can maybe join on a laptop or something. And Marie, I know you had this problem before. So could you maybe put in the comments what you had to do? Because I think you joined on one device and you couldn't comment, so you had to go and join on another. Was that right? Give me a yes for that. So let me know, for the benefit of the audience, let us know that as well. Oh, energy's high already. So we're tapping into the high priestess energy, and she's also number 2. And on that note, yes, I have got my angel numbers card deck here. Card deck? It's not even a card deck. My angel numbers book. Maybe I'm creating an angel numbers card deck. Who knows? Angel numbers book to help me with that as well. So she's number 2, which is a number of like unity, of harmony, of union with the oneness, union with the divine, with source, and becoming that source. Like, so you stream in, you stream in with the love stream, you connect with source. We're going to have a moment of that shortly. And you become the high priestess, you become that goddess energy, you become one with source. And we're always able to become one. Sometimes we need a bit of extra help. We need, you know, a visual, we need a bit of a practice to do it. Yes, I had you on my TV, but couldn't comment, and had to swap to another device where you could comment. Thank you. Yeah, because I like to stream things on the TV, but like you say, you can only watch it there. You can't comment live. And it's always good to have the interaction, the live engagement, and to co-create the experience, which is what we're doing. So, so that is amazing. Thank you. So without further ado, let me just also quickly hop over onto, I'm just thinking if I hop onto my business page as well and let people know that I'm live now. Let's see if I can get the post, because I'd just love to have as many people here live as possible. Here's the host, so let me do this. So just settle in whilst I'm doing that. Here we go. Like I say, it's all live, it's all good. And I've got 4 of you here, which is nice. I'm live now with the love stream. And with that sent, we're going to tap into our high priestess. And I'm also going to do, like I say, a bit of a wild card moment. We're all kind of wild card moments, but we're going to do a wild card practice. And team are saying yes for this, in that we are going to use the Rumi Oracle, because they're a beautiful oracle of love, and it's an invitation into the heart of the divine. So I always like to start a monthly love stream with this. So as I say, this connection, this reading from your unseen team, from our conscious collective, our flip the script collective, our collective energy, our collective teams, we're flowing the love and we're connecting with them, and we're going to do, we always get like a lovely practice. We'll get a beautiful message from this, and we're also going to use Secret Language of Colour and the Spirit Animal deck, because those of us who are already in the collective and who have been in the immersive experience this week, today we've been connecting with signs from spirit via animals. So I've had squirrels, which I often get, which is about playfulness, and being in this playful energy, but also preparedness and balance and harmony, and just being able to be agile and flip from one thing to another easily. So like me going onto the different devices here and stuff like that. And Marie, you had a pheasant, and Pretty also had a bird which was given her beautiful, you guys all had beautiful meanings and divinations, if you like, from that via the animals today. So I thought we have to use the spirit animals. So let's settle in first. So if you've got a glass of water or a cup of tea or any sort of beverage of choice to hand, let's just take a little sip of water together and just have a moment of coherence. So we're going to have a little resonance reset before we start, and we're just going to get into this collective energy together, and they're saying yes to that. So setting the intention to connect with your magic, to ignite your stream of magic, which is what we're doing with this beautiful, the image that we've got here, this visual, this vision, this visual. So you can imagine yourself sitting in that stream, and connecting with your high priestess energy through your higher self, through your soul family, through your unseen team, through your genius flow guides, and a myriad of all different guides, through source. And we're connecting and we're plugging into source basically, and we are becoming one with source. So that's what we're setting the intention to do. And we are going to get our card that's going to help us with this too, and then I will create something magical just for you guys, and you're going to help me do it too. You're going to co-create it with me by being here live. So the 4 of you who are here live, so as I say, if anyone is able to comment, then that would be good, so we can see who else is here. Otherwise, you can let me know in the replay afterwards. You can come back and say it was me and here's what I got. That would be nice as well. So it's all good. So let's see what Rumi wants to say to us. An invitation into the heart of the divine. So of course we're going to go into our own heart as well. That's going to be part of it. And there's a few other decks that I've got here that I think we'll probably use. So we're going to use a few different decks to do the full love stream reading. And we'll talk about the high priestess in a moment as well. First of all, we are going to, okay, that nearly flipped, but it flipped back in. So bear with. So you just keep taking deep breaths and just keep sort of feeling into that stream of light, imagining yourself in that beam of light, that spotlight from source, and just feel that energy. And it's like my magic that's flowing through you, my love stream magic that's streaming through you. So you can, as I'm doing this, you can be turning up the love, turning up your own individual love stream, and they're giving me a yes for that. So you imagine yourselves doing that, bring in your imagination energy, drop into the bosom of your heart, drop into your love vortex, which is at your bosom. You can place your hands there, and you can drop into that sanctuary there and flow the love, and feel the love flowing through your heart, through the the back to the front and the front to the back. So that two-way stream there as well. So we're sitting in a two-way stream and we're flowing a two-way stream. And you can imagine an infinity symbol flowing out and from your heart to the heart of the divine, to the heart of the universe, and that love flowing from you to them and from them back to you. And you might really feel that as we're connecting with this before we even start this, you might start to feel, and I'll give me a yes for that, and the card's throwing itself on the floor now. So we're having a bit of excitement and fun tonight, as we always do. Oh, so this is a new one. It's the Hand of Fatima. So we're reaching out a hand to source there, and actually there's like a stream of energy on that card, isn't there? So we've got the stream of energy here with the High Priestess shown as the love stream, and then we've got like a beautiful love stream that we're like, it's like the person in this card, their energy is reaching out that hand energetically to the to source and connecting with them there. So and it's actually like a big wave, and also it looks a bit like an eagle as well. It looks like a kind of eagle eye, doesn't it, as well? So it's like we're going to see things from this higher perspective, from the perspective of source, that you get to be one with. We're going to bring that into the wild card moment as well. And they look a bit like, if you remember, those of you who are my sort of age might remember the Ready Brek kid or the Ready Brek glow, the glow of love, that they're actually, that kind of aura that you can see around about them. And sometimes, like, you guys can see auras round about me when I'm doing those readings as well, and they're giving me a yes for that as well. So like I say, if you're on this frequency, this wavelength, you'll start to see that aura as well, and you'll start to feel that glow of love and that aura around you too. So this is number 43. So we'll see what the number has to add to it in a second once we have done this. And I'm going to find 43 in the good book here, the guidebook here. And see we'll find out what the practice is, what we're doing and what I'm adding to it. So we're trusting in that. So Hand of Fatima. So there's a little poem here. And it says, so I feel like you want to place one hand on your heart here, or you can place both hands on your heart. I've got the book in one hand. So one hand on my heart, my love vortex here, my Hand of Fatima, if you like. I can never leave you, not for a moment, not for an hour. You are in everything I do. You are my everything. My drink is your sweetness. I move to your command. I am a surrendered prey in your hands, and you are my consuming lion. Your soul and my soul are truly one soul. I swear to your one soul, I long for no one but you. In the garden of your grace, I am only a germinating sprout. The crown of my blooming is the desire to be in your arms. And I'm laughing, sorry, I know it's a beautiful poem, but I'm smiling and laughing because, as I said at the start, we've been doing the immersive this week, and we do activations every day, and we did a really powerful and potent activation today, as I say, a woman of substance, the woman who, and tapping into your high priestess or goddess energy. And a couple of times in the immersive this week, we've had the imagery of a crown full of gems, and the crown came back into the imagery today. So I laughed when I read that last phrase there, the crown of my blossoming, of my blooming is the desire to be in your arms. And also the imagery that we got today was about, we were connecting in with the earth, and we were connecting in with our genius gifts and talents and genius projects that we have, that we're creating and that we're giving birth to, essentially. And we're seeing it like, and I think I pretty much said like, those seeds that you planted when we came into this physical lifetime, they're germinating now, and they're flourishing in front of your eyes now, and you'll see them. We're seeing them like the spring flowers that are springing up all around us now outside, especially here in in the northern hemisphere where we are. Because some of you watching this will be in the southern hemisphere and in different time zones and different seasons. But it's spring here in the UK where we are, and we're seeing all the signs of spring, and we're seeing those, the bulbs or the seeds or the plants that have lain dormant and under the ground for 6 months or so. They are now coming to fruition now. And of course, that was the intention with the year of the fire horse, the immersive from protection to prowess, was it would start to show ourselves, and our prowess becomes visible to us. And that's something, as I say, you planted those seeds before you come into this physical lifetime. And also over the last 6 months or so, give my ears for this as well, we've been doing the shedding of the year of the snake. So you might remember last month's monthly connection, the love stream, we were talking about the year of the snake, and we were still in that shedding. And now, and that was just before the year of the fire horse starting on the 17th of February. So now we've been into it for a few weeks, and we've been doing the fire horse momentum, as I say, the activations and the immersive this week. So it's all very, it's all divinely coordinated and co-created, isn't it? So it says, my hand watches over you. It brings you blessings and comfort, protection and grace. So again, I'm laughing because it's like, obviously this is why we've chosen this card, because it just, it completely unites everything I've been talking about and everything I've been teaching and sharing this week and today, in fact. So we've gone from protection to prowess. And it says, radiant with divinity am I, and you are my child, my beloved, my angel, and my body too. And I was talking about that we get to do this work for our children and our children's children as well, wasn't I? So it's like my words are Rumi's words in a sense here, and they give me a yes for that. You are my, sorry, I'll read that again. Radiant with divinity am I, and you are my child, my beloved, my angel, and my body too. I shall never leave you. Turn your inner eye to me and see the light of my grace in your heart. You cannot be harmed. You cannot be defiled. You can only ever be what you are, me, alive, radiant with love. And I actually said words very similar to that this afternoon as well. So I'm kind of blown away by this. I'm kind of I've blown my own tiny little mind by this, because I've never read that. It's a brand new book. It's a brand new deck that I've only had for a little while, probably for about a month or so. And I've never read this card before, never seen this card before, or seen these words before. I'm reading them at the same time. I'm discovering them at the same time as I'm sharing them with you. So let's see what the Sacred Honouring Ritual has to say, and I'll co-create with that too, because clearly that's what we're doing. So this is the magic and motion, So again, placing one hand or both hands on your heart. In fact, one hand on your heart and one on your belly. So your belly, below your belly button is your truth vortex. So again, this is perfect for you guys to do, is place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. And say the following aloud. Fatima, who loves me unconditionally, bless me with your hand of protection and your radiant grace. May I love my body and live my divinity in totality. So we're enlivening our divinity. We're connecting with our stream of magic, our love stream. May I love my body and live my divinity in totality. My spirit is my body is my spirit. Arwahuna, Aj Saduna, Wa Ajduna, Arwahuna. Now it says repeat slowly and carefully 3 times, and I do have to say it slowly and carefully because I've never seen these words before. Then rest if you wish to. So we'll say that again for a second time. And just even though you don't know, and so what's perfect about these words, because we don't know them, and so our mind, maybe some of you do know them, but if your mind can't sort of connect, you can connect to the energy of them, and you can't disbelieve them or anything else. It can act like a disruptor to your brain, and that's really helpful for you to receive the messages and receive the knowing, because it's like it's going beyond language. It's like light language, isn't it? So my spirit is my body is my spirit, and we're connecting with our soul energy as well. So what you might want to do is actually place one hand on your solar plexus, your hope vortex, where your unconscious gateway is, where you connect with spirit. So it would be nice to do that as well. So moving, say your hand, give me a yes from that. So moving your hand from your trust vortex, keep one hand on your heart vortex, and this time we're going to place one hand on our, just below your bra strap for us ladies. My spirit is my body is my spirit. Arwahuna, Ajsaduna, Wa Ajduna, Arwahuna. And one last time, you can repeat it with me out loud or in your mind. My spirit is my body is my spirit. Arwahuna, Ajsaduna, Wa Ajsaduna, Arwahuna. And so with that, we're going to close our eyes. We're going to picture ourselves in that love stream. And you've been flowing that infinity of love, that perpetual love to your soul family, your unseen team the whole time, because we set that intention as we started, and they're flowing it back to you. And now as you connect with your soul energy, with your unconscious gateway, and you invite your knowing to start flowing as we connect with the energy of the earth star, and we're going to anchor into that. So we're sending our energy down into the earth, give me a yes for that, and we're connecting. So imagine like gold and copper and magnetic metallic colours flowing up through from the earth star at the centre of the earth, flowing up through either leg, through your knees, through your thighs, your hips, and coming to your power centre at the base of your spine and flowing up there. And we're flowing up, we're igniting our inner being and inviting that energy into our inner being now. And our inner being is a physical placement, it's a physical tube that runs from the pineal gland in the centre of your mind all the way down through your vortexes of energy and down to your base at your root, at the base of your spine, where you're sitting on the chair, basically. So from that base, from the power at your base, we're going to ignite your strength vortex, your power. And picture that as warm, red energy, bright, red, fiery energy. So red like the heart on my top here. And this is your passion centre, your creativity. And feel that ignite as you invite the energy into your inner being and you reconnect, you reunite with your soul power, with your soul energy. And then moving that energy up to your creative centre, your truth vortex. So it's bright orange. So again, we're coming up through the molten lava and the give me a yes for that warmth. So you might actually be starting to feel really warm now and feel that igniting in your belly and feel it almost igniting like a fire in your belly, a creative passion within you. So you might feel inspired to go and do something creative afterwards. So don't be surprised if that happens. And now that you've ignited that fire in your belly, that truth, that warmth, and that creativity, that creative project that's been planted there, we've ignited that and invited that to come out to play through this reading. And now we're placing both hands on our solar plexus, our hope vortex. And this is where your soul resides. This is where you connect with your soul, as we've already started to do. And that's what we started to ignite in that practice. And with this connection to our soul and with our hope vortex, and this fills with warm, yellow, radiant, vibrant sunshine energy. So again, you might feel that warm glow igniting as you ignite this vortex. And what this helps us to do is, like we got from the card, we're flowing this stream up, we're flowing the love stream down from source, and we are reaching up our hand to source, and give me a yes for that. And we're basking and bathing and cloaking our energy in that glow of love now, and we are radiating that out and emanating that out from our soul, our hope vortex. And that glow of love is like an aura. Obviously, we've always got an aura, but your aura is illuminating now and vibrating, and you're vibrating and emanating this frequency, and you're starting to tune into your own transmission. So you're able to receive your knowing, and you're opening up your knowing as you open up this vortex too. And so that's your glowing and that glow of love feeling now. And that brings about change, and that helps you to stop the searching, because you can see things from a higher perspective through the eyes of your soul now. And we'll go to the eyes as well. So again, we're setting that intention as we ignite that. And now we're going back to your heart vortex, your love vortex, your heart center. And just drop in, and this is bright emerald green here. So just drop into that heart center, that sanctuary, that energetic container that is your heart. And again, we've already opened up the back of your heart. So feeling that love stream now flowing from my heart to yours, and your soul family, your unseen team, from their hearts back to all of ours too, and from source, because remember, we're receiving it. That energy is flowing down through us as well, and blowing up from the earth, from Sally as well. So we're in this love stream, and we're combining the two. And our heart and our soul are the center of us, the essence of us, and that's where, we unite in the and we anchor into that earth from above and from below. And we're the center of it. We're the core of it. We are the conduit now. And so notice how we're enlivening all our gems, and as we ignite each of these. And again, you'll be feeling this ignite in each of these centers as well. Whether you've done this with me before or not, you'll feel something stirring. And then placing your hands lightly at your throat, which is your trust vortex. And this is like pale blue, but it's also like a beautiful, brilliant diamond. And this contains all the colors, all the vortex, the spectrum of color, light, and sound of my magic, of my enigma energy that I have gifts and talents with. And this is starting to ignite in you. So again, that knowing will start to flow through, and you'll start to turn up your antenna, your receiver, your transmitter, to transmit and to receive. And so that you can speak your knowing, so that you can use your words wisely. And you can trust yourself to use your words to express, to step into your fullest self-expression, and to use your words for good, for kindness, for love. And use them, that light language, to yourself first as well. So transforming your own inner words as well, because we use some of the most cruel, unkind words to ourselves that we would never use to a child or a loved one or a pet or anyone else. So allowing our words to be transformed here, and setting the reminder, the intention to be nudged if you're using unkind words to yourself, to get that, have that flip the script moment, and to be invited to, oh, I'm doing that again. That's the program. Oh, isn't that interesting? Well, that's okay. I'm going to stop that. I'm going to change my words, whether they're inside your mind or on paper or in a text or in a phone conversation, whatever it is. You can say, oh, I misspoke. Here's what I actually want to say. And you flip the script and you change it, and you do that in a moment, and you're inviting your team to remind you, to nudge you, to make you aware when you do that, because we fall into those traps. And just as easily they'll go, oh, you didn't really want to say that, did you? They'll give you some signal. So again, you're setting the intention that they'll give you that reminder now. And then as we do that, we place our hands over our eyes, and also you're placing your hands over your eyes, so that also covers your third eye as well, because again, as I say, your inner being runs from the pineal gland, which is that like projector in the center of your mind, and projects onto your, what we call our third eye, is really like the screen. So it's like your thoughts are your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, etc. They're the projector, and then what we see on the screen, we're going to set the intention to see truth there, and to see the knowing there. And so for some of you who are really powerful with words, you might see, hear, feel, sense, or know words here. You're opening up, just the way we can see by the eyes of the soul, you're opening up like your ears of the soul, I want to say, through this as well. So we're opening up our ability to hear, see, feel, sense, know, your clear senses, your intuition, and your own receiving guidance, because we're honing our antenna now, we're fine-tuning our antenna now. And so finally, placing your hands above your head, and like the high priestess in this picture, you're actually, you're holding up your hands, and you're flowing that energy up to source, because you are the source material as well, and you're receiving from source. And this is you kind of, again, fine-tuning your antenna so that this will flow through you. So we've set the intention now, and you can come back, you can open your eyes again now. So that was a lovely wild card moment that we had there through the beauty of that oracle. So we're going to start with, well, it's already, well, we did start about 5 minutes later, didn't we? But it's, we are going to start the reading with the Secret Language of Colour card. Tell a lie. Let's go to the 43. We're going to do that in a second, but we're going to go to the 43 from the Rumi card, the number from that. Give me a yes to do that. And we're going to have a look at the light seers as well, because that's our archetype that we're using. And then we'll go to the other decks. So let me see. Oh, and we've also got the moon here as well. There we go. I wondered where she was. So we'll have a look at her as well. So that's the two archetypes that we've been working with today, and the the love stream that we've been connecting with in the immersive. So we're going to look at both of those as our archetypes. So 43, let's do this first, because that's where we're started. That's where we're opening up. And so that was the Hand of Fatima card that we just used. And this says, angels, your loved ones and guides and masters who can support you are all with you now. So that's who we've connected with in that wildcard practice that we just did. So how beautiful is that? So we're one with them. Angels, your loved ones, guides and masters who can support you are all with you now. Know that help is only a thought away. And how perfect is that? How beautiful is that? That, you can set the intention with your thoughts, as we just did, to receive from them, to get the guidance from them. And when you feel like you're having a manic moment, or you're, your mind's racing, or, we're on that roller coaster of life, give me a yes for that, and we feel like, oh my goodness, it's too much, stop, I want to get off, sort of thing, then we can just set the intention in our thoughts. Okay, I'm going to tune back in. I'm going to turn up my antenna, my rapture activating system. I'm going to flow in that love stream. I'm going to flow that energy. Be one with my angels, my guides, my masters who can support me. I know they're just a thought away. And ask, let your thoughts be my thoughts. Let my words be your words. Let my love be your love. And we can unite with them in that way. And again, you can just tap in and check in with do a short version of what we did just now. And just, placing hand on your heart, a hand on your hope vortex, and invite in the ease and the balance and the flow, and that flow in that love stream with that. So that's a beautiful place to start. So the moon and the high priestess, because as I say, I've been working with them this week, and in particular today, so they definitely want to come out to play and be part of it. And they're both major arcana cards in the light seer, and this is like the light seer's tarot deck. So these are our first two cards of our reading as well, because they already came out today to play. So number 2, the high priestess, and she is about, in light seer position, she is about dreams, powerful visions, psychic insights, serendipity, meditation, introspection, intuition, a spiritual experience. And you could see that was what we just had. It was like a short meditation practice that we did, opening up all our vortexes of energy, opening up faith. And so we've connected with faith, hope, and love already tonight by doing this. And then shadow seer, which, is the opposite of that. So we're the yin and the yang, we've got to look at the light and the shade. She is about keeping secrets, gossip or mistruths, hidden agendas, fear of intuitive abilities, not paying attention to your inner voice. And again, that's what we were paying attention to our inner voice. And when we've not been doing it, that's your reminder to pay attention and to tune back in. So she says, the priestess sits on the edge of this realm and the next, as she draws down meaning and illumination from beyond the veil. So illumination with the light of the moon and the light of the sun and the stars and everything else that we connected with there with source. Sacred insights and profound wisdom are flowing to you now. So we've set the intention that sacred insights and wisdom are flowing to you now. So that's perfect. And to access them, you must tune in to your intuition and submerge your thoughts into her subconscious realm. And again, that's what we were consciously doing there. The language of the unconscious mind is revealing itself to you now through metaphor, in dreams, or as ancient memories that resurface to be processed. And again, you guys that have worked with me, and particularly those of you that are live with me now, have worked with me before, have had the dreams, have had the overnight knowings. You've got the iconic Flip the Script journal that you guys have access to. If anybody else watching this live or on replay wants to know more about that, or anything else that we talk about, I'll share the links afterwards for you as well to connect with me and to connect with those to get access to those. So we can do that afterwards when we share the replay. And I'm asking my team to remind me to do that. So pay attention to synchronicity, any nagging feelings of being off track, as well as gut feelings that move you in a new direction at this time. And as I'm saying that, what I'm also reminded to say is, Jenny, I know that you've been in the Flip the Script collective and you've done an immersive before, so you will have been kind of subconsciously co-created with us by the power of osmosis, because you've done some of that work before. When we've been going through the immersive this week, you'll have been having amazing dreams or insights or synchronicities and serendipities as well, just by dint of having done that before. So I'd love to hear your your knowings, your insights that you've connected with this week, your experience from this week afterwards, or in the comments if you want to do that now. So please do share that as well. So yeah, pay attention to synchronicity and any nagging feelings of being off track, as well as gut feelings. So what's happened for a lot of us this week, and you might have felt this as well, is that we're breaking cycles, we're breaking patterns, and people have been feeling like, oh, I'm behind, or I've not done everything I should have done, and really getting anxious about that. And that's a sense that we've had all our life, especially as the unique individuals, the brilliant individuals that we are, and many of us who are here live or who watch this channel either have ADHD or neurodiversity, or we know that we're brilliant and unique in some way, and we've just discovered that and realised that, but our whole life we've gone without knowing that. So we made ourselves wrong, we made ourselves the odd one out. I've been seeing the colour pink and an image of a green traffic light. Well, there you are, I'm showing up wearing pink tonight, and the green traffic light is your go sign, is that your love vortex. And it's like go, go, go. So whatever it is that you're being invited to go, 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 and do, and be, that's your yes, that's your big traffic light. Instead of getting a big red stop sign, you're getting the big green traffic light, the go sign. So I love that. So thank you for sharing that. So your intuition of as well as your gut feelings that move you in a new direction at this time. So that's what you're moving you in a new direction, the go sign, isn't it? Perfect. And it says the divine whispers that are emanating from your soul, and that's the divine whispers that are emanating from your soul, Jenny, hold an important message for you, and the bridge between the enigmatic realm of the priestess and your conscious understanding of the signs will be found through your own quiet introspection. And of course, Marie, you got like the pheasant today. So remind me what the pheasant means, because I did see that, remember, about a month or so ago, and I've forgotten. I know you've shared it today, but there's been so much going on today, I've forgotten exactly what it meant. So do share that in the comments as well, Marie, because that's going to add to our knowing. And we'll see when we get in the spirit animal what other animals we get guidance from as well. So the affirmation here from the High Priestess is, I have the answers I seek, and by following the truth, I will find them. So, and I know for you, like Marie, your genius flow gifts are in your art. Your truth flows out through your art. And Jenny, your truth flows out through your pen, through your words, because you're a scribe, a poet, and all of that. So you'll connect with your truth through your words and through your art, through your genius flow gifts. And so number 2, there are opportunities for connection and union at this time. Relationship growth is imminent. And when we say relationship growth, we immediately think, oh, a romantic relationship. But relationship has got to start with yourself. Like the XOXO is over my own heart here. We've got to love ourselves first. Choose love for you first, as one of our key principles in the Flip the Script collective. So we need to choose that love for ourselves first, and we need to start the first relationship we need to have is with ourselves, and that self-mastery, that self-love, and that divine unconditional perpetual love for ourselves has got to be number 1, really. Prioritising ourselves. So let's see what the moon has to add to this as well, because she's our other archetype for this month, for March, for the the fire horse momentum for the year, really, isn't it? That we're starting the new lunar year, the new calendar year, and especially we started on the third. Well, we used the moon at the start of the lunar new year, the lunar eclipse on the 3rd of March, and we've got 3 people watching now live. So 3s are important as well. So we'll have a look at 3 in a second as well. So this is card number 18, the moon, and as I say, it's another major arcana card. So we're dealing with major issues, which of course we have been, because we're flipping the script on those, changing the narrative, changing the story on those, the biggest patterns, the biggest cycles that we've been plagued by, not just this year, but through our lifetime. That's what the snake was offering us, and this is what the fire horse is illuminating, and we're burning that down, burning those bridges, and we're stepping into. And I love, what did you say today, Marie? You said, I'm not going to be the woman who, kept her mouth shut, or something like that. So let's see, the pheasant, spiritual meanings of good luck, prosperity, and the manifestation of creative power. So we are going to use the wisdom of the oracle, which has prosperity messages in it. So we are going to move to that as well shortly. Often signalling the need to use your unique gifts to achieve goals. So of course that's perfect for all of us, because that's what we're tapping into, is our prowess. The theme was from protection to, or still is, the from protection to prowess. So the things that we felt we've had to protect all our life, our vulnerabilities, our tenderness, our sensitivity, our time blindness, and all of the things that we've made wrong about ourselves. We get to see those from that bird's eye perspective, if you like, and from that soul perspective, through the eyes of our soul. That's what I'm trying to say, that the high priestess see it as source sees us, and that's what the moon wants to illuminate for us. So she's about illusions, hidden truths. So again, very similar to the high priestess, the unknown, trusting your intuition, and notice how I'm doing that now, facing your fears, the watery nature of the unconscious mind, mystery, symbolism and metaphor, perception, uncertainty, and dreams. So again, we're going to be able to see in our dreams, see the truth in our dreams, and see them not as a nightmare anymore, but transform them from the darkness into the light, and illuminate that, and the true meaning of it. And shadow, it's about fears that block you, difficulty separating reality and illusion, linear thinking. Well, of course, linear thinking for us is shadow, because we're non-linear, and we've tried all our lives to think linearly, to go, if I can say that, to sort of go, oh, well, if I do that, then that happens, then that happens, then that happens. Well, no, you guys know, when we do our reverse treasure trail, when we do things in our beautiful non-linear things, so people might think, oh, we're flitting from one thing to the next, and we are, but what we're doing is we're planting a seed here, we're following our intuition there, we're doing that thing that seems, contradictory or crazy. And yes, it is to anyone else, but to us, it makes perfect sense. And then that's when the manifestations happen. That's when the magic happens, when you use your unique your unique gifts to achieve goals. Now we're developing gills like fish. I won't be remembered as a woman who kept her mouth shut, and I'm proud of that. Exactly. Thank you. So linear thinking. So we're thinking non-linearly now, and then that's what allows us to collapse time and to change things for, the people who aren't here anymore, and the people who are going to be here long after we're gone. So inability to process a spiritual or mystical experience, mental confusion, misinterpretation, anxiety, and fear. So we're using our sword to slice through the mental confusion and to go and to cut any cords. And if that, and if you need, you can also use your magic wand as well. So, that's what we do with the shadow side, so that we can clear up when we can have crystal clear clarity, and speak our truth, like we said. When we're faced with uncertainty and illusion, it can feel like we are drowning. Trust that you will be okay, even if you can't seem to distinguish up from down right now. And that's intelligence build, when we can't distinguish up from down, or it's because we've overwhelmed ourselves and overloaded and overstimulated our mind. So like you, when Marie, when you've done pulled an all-nighter doing your artwork, or you're, trying to meet a deadline, and because deadlines aren't really they're a challenge for you, but also they're a gift as well, because when you give yourself the gift of a deadline, you can go all night and you can, pull out all the stops and you create a marvelous, magnificent piece of art, something magical. And then like you're like in a slump for a couple of days because you're like, oh my God, I haven't slept, and you need to rest. But that's what your energy needs. That's what fuels you. That's like that passion and creativity fuel you, but they also burn you out. And so in order not to burn out, you've got to, sleep and rest and do that. And Jenny saying, love that, Maz, I'm the same. So where was I? Because I get carried away. I get on my soapbox doing the teaching and sharing and sharing in the moment, and then I'm like, right, where were we? Bring me back, right brain, bring me back, remote control, bring me back to to where we were. Blah de blah. Well, you can't distinguish up from down. So that's what happens when we go into those sort of moments. But recognizing that is part of our brilliance, that is part of our genius. And so it says, when you stop struggling to see that which you simply cannot see because it remains obscured behind shadows of the moonlight, you will experience a deep release that will allow you to float to the surface of your truth. So again, we're surfacing the truth, and that's what's coming up for you guys as that are watching here live and contributing and co-creating live, and anyone else who watches on replay, your truth will surface as well. So in dreams, in beautiful magical synchronicities. The moon card asks you to go within, find comfort in the darkness, and to calmly listen to the whispers of your own intuition. There is divinity and magic here. When you fall into the moon's still waters, your inner wisdom will embrace you and push you forward toward the light. She will reinvigorate your creativity and resurrect your spark as long as you go beyond your own fears to find her. And again, that's what we ignited and set the intention for within the initial activation that we did there, the wild card moment that we had there. Dive into your healing, her healing embrace rather. Breathe past insecurities and let her dimly lit magic guide you home. And it's that, and again, that's what we talked about last month, of like that feeling of like, that feeling of remembrance and coming home to me. And that's what we're being guided towards again tonight in this love stream. And she says, I am safe and I reach new levels of unconscious knowing as I surrender to the will of the universe. So it's like surrender to the process, give it up, submit, give your fears over, use your weapons of choice, your magic wand or your Ignatius sword, your audacious sword. And let's see what the 18 has to add to that as well. So 18 says, your angels are encouraging you to take an inventory of your past experiences in order to understand your current position and lessons. And you guys know that I teach the doing a reverse treasure trail through your life. So that inventory, it's not to go like you gave an example of this the other day, Marie, I think on a voice note to someone else who was struggling. You said, oh, when I lost that job that I was really good at, and it felt like the worst thing in the world at the time, but it was actually the best thing that ever happened to me because it led directly to you going to college, finally doing the degree that you'd always wanted to do, and they're giving me a big yes for that. And so that was the art of manifestation and full flow as well. That you couldn't have predicted that at the time, but that was the amazing results that you got. And so that was 18. What else did I want to do after this? There was something. Oh, 3. I was like, there's another number I was going to look at because there's 3 of you here. So whoever else is watching and still with me, because there was 4 and 5, do, and I take it you can't comment. So do comment on the replay afterwards. Come back and comment and let me know who it was and what you're receiving from this. So 3 says, you are on the road to growth and expansion. The path is unfolding with perfect timing. And of course, we're on our one true path, and that's what's been illuminated. So that reverse treasure trail that I started to talk about there, when you do that reverse treasure trail through your life, that that thing that seemed like the worst thing ever actually becomes illuminated as, well, thank God that happened to me. Like, so when I was in work in my previous work, in my previous life, if you like, in my corporate life, I didn't know that I had ADHD and neurodiversity and all these sort of things. And so, afterwards it was really emotional because I was like, oh my goodness, when I found out that and discovered that about myself and understood that and knew myself, that was a beautiful relief. That was a release. But then, and I was like, oh, had I known that then, I could have got support, or I could have got tools and things to help me. But actually, I wouldn't be the woman I am now. I wouldn't be doing the work that I'm doing now. I wouldn't be doing the magic that I'm doing now here with you live on this love stream. And so I'm actually grateful that I didn't get the help that I needed at the time, because I wouldn't be the woman I am now. Had I done that, I wouldn't have discovered all the magic that I've discovered now. I wouldn't have gone on my own spiritual path, my own one true path. I'd have probably still been there doing a soul-sucking job and hating it and being miserable. So I'm bloody grateful that I didn't know, in retrospect and hindsight. So we are going to go to spirit animal. We're going to choose now. I know we're coming up to, we've been on for quite a wee while now, but we're just going to do like one card from each of these decks that I've got here that we're drawn to. So let's have a little drink of water. Thank you for the heart, Marie. So let's see what cards we get from the Spirit Animal Oracle and see what they have to say. And then I've got the Secret Language of Colour. I've got the Art of Manifestation, which I'm loving. And we're going to do a Wisdom of the Oracle and possibly a Gateway of Light activation as well. Got a few things here that we're just going to do like one of each, and we'll get probably about 7 or 8 cards, I'm going to say. Give me a yes for that. 8, I think, is the number we're going to go for. Because 8s are like that number of unity and harmony. Getting a yes for that. So we've had 2 so far, haven't we? We've had our 2 light seers. So let's see what we've got from the spirit animal. And actually, we got 8 the other day as well. So that's why I'm thinking 8 as well, or not just thinking that. That's why they're giving me an 8 as well, because we've got the 8, and there's 8 of us in the script immersive this week, and discovering our prowess and our genius. And here's the card flying out now. That'll be Marie's dad helping us out. We got 8 cards. We got 8 archetypes the other day, didn't we? So 8 is the magic number for us in there. So this is number 36. So let's have a look at that in a wee second. Oh, pardon me. Energy shifting. And it's koi fish spirit. Well, I'm looking at it, but I forgot to show it up. So let's hold it up to the camera so you can all see it. And koi fish, I think, are a symbol of prosperity, aren't they? So Marie, possibly, could you look that up for me? If that's something you could do, could you, or any of you, could you Google the spiritual meaning of koi fish and add that into the comments as well? Because, that's what we've been doing today. So I'd love you to help add to that as well. Because I think koi are very lucky in certain cultures, if you like, and it might even tell us that in the guidebook here. So it's 36. There is always enough. So I'm going to look at the 36, and I'm going to have a quick look at the spirit animal deck, just to see what that's got to say, because I feel getting a yes for that. I don't usually look at the book, but I'm getting guided. The books have been really helpful tonight, so we're using the good books to help give us the divination. So it says there are opportunities for you to increase your enjoyment of your career at this time and raise your level of abundance. Your guides are ready to help. Well, again, it's like I'd read these books today when I haven't, because that's what we tapped into in the activation today as well, in our beautiful activation that we created today. And we tapped into a treasure chest of abundance, like we did the kind of reverse treasure trail, from the soul's perspective, and then the treasure chest opened up beside us. So the koi spirit is very much tapping into that. So the magic was already happening today, which we knew that anyway. But it's just funny that it's all like coming to light now. So 36 in here. And this is really tiny, so this will be a challenge to see whether I can read this. Bear with. So I was just trying to see if there's a prosperity message in here, but it's an oracle message. There is always enough. The koi fish who grows big within a small pond reminds us that within each of us is the potential for prosperity. So it's all prosperity, really. The law of abundance ensures that prosperity is our natural state. So regardless of temporary outer conditions, and I think that ties in with your pheasant as well. Let me go back. Yes, spiritual meanings of good luck, prosperity, and the manifestation of creative power, often signaling the need to use your unique gifts to achieve goals. So that's what this is. There's always enough, and it's like you're being, as the 36 says, you're being encouraged to use your unique gifts. To Sorry, I'm now trying to see the comments. Koi fish carry deep spiritual meaning, symbolising perseverance, strength, and transformation, rooted in the legend of swimming upstream to become a dragon. I said this afternoon, I don't know if you've listened to it yet, but I said, oh, some of you might be, flying on a dragon now. So I've just burst out laughing at that. They embody resilience against adversity. Of course they do. Personal growth and good fortune, often linked to courage and ambition. They represent the soul's journey towards enlightenment. So that's perfect. Thank you. You couldn't make it up, really. The law of abundance ensures that prosperity is our natural state. So regardless of temporary outer conditions, you can call in prosperity and magnetically attract the opportunities and abundance you need. The message of Koi Fish Spirit is to begin to generate wealth within with deliberate intention. So we'll go to the art of manifestation next, and we'll look at the wisdom of the oracle as well, because they do contain a special prosperity message. So deliberate creation, that's what we're all about. So with deliberate intention, no matter how small your pond may seem, and appreciate abundance wherever you see it. Outer conditions will come to reflect your inner prosperity. So become the self who is comfortable with wealth in all forms. And again, we talked about that today, wealth, health, love, and all of that. That's going to manifest all around us when we do this, when we ignite the magic, basically. Start to envision the plenty that Spirit wants you to experience, and Spirit will joyfully start bringing you what you need. You have so much to offer and so much of value to express in the world. In your little pond, there is much you can create and much you can attract. And of course, we're being deliberate creators, and we've opened up our creative energy earlier on. You had a wee taste of that earlier on today. So we've had an expanded version, the extended version, if you like, the 12-inch version, and you guys got the 7-inch version, little MP3 version earlier on that we did in the wildcard moment. You have so much to offer and much of value to express in the world. And again, we talked about expression, your fullest self-expression. In your little pond, there is much you can create and much you can attract. Koi Fish Spirit wants you to know that you are exquisite, loved, and deeply cherished. Trust that outer conditions are changing to reflect that truth. So that is perfect. I love that. So that's your third card. And if you want to do a personal flip the script, immersive, you can do that on a personal level as well, on a one-to-one level. So if anybody wants to do that, again, I can share details to contact me. You can message me afterwards, comment flip the script, and I can share details of how you can do that. So I've taken the lid off the box here, and there was a card turned up, and it's card number 3. And again, there's 3 of us still watching, and it says, "Be your brilliant self." So that's your cards. I didn't even have to shuffle them this time. That's how magical we are. So again, the energy of 3 that we've just spoken about, and it says, "Be great today, be brilliant." And this is what we've talked about really throughout the whole thing, using our unique gifts, and the prosperity that opens up when we do that. This card asks you to get in touch with the extraordinariness of everyday living, if I can say that. Go about your daily life doing everything to the very best of your ability. Be extraordinary in an ordinary way. Your brilliance will radiate into the world, creating more change than you could possibly imagine. So again, that goes perfectly with the Koi Fish Spirit that we've just done. So let us go to... I'm going to go to the wisdom of the oracle, and then we've got secret language of colour. So let's see, because the wisdom of the oracle, they have a beautiful prosperity message. So we're going to go to that. And I know we have been on about an hour now. That's okay. We'll just be about another 5-10 minutes, they're saying. So bear with me. And the beauty of this is on the replay, you can watch it in chunks as well, and you can chunk it down and make your own notes and things like that, and give me a yes for that, that some of you will want to do that and will want to use your iconic journal, your Flip the Script iconic journal to journal your overnight knowings and your connection with your unseen team, and develop your own, like do your writing, like we said, to do your fullest self-expression and do your own writing and expand your knowing in there as well. So let's see what the wisdom of the Oracle has to say to add to this. We could get one or two clear messages from this would be really good. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Should have asked quicker. So there we've got flexible, which is, this is what we're being asked now to be flexible in our thoughts, to flip the script, and to, like, not to stand on our head, but to realise that, like we said, we can be our brilliant self, we can be extraordinary, and we're using our unique gifts to be extraordinary and be flexible. Thank you for the hearts. So this is a number 19. So I'm going to look at this first, and then we're going to look at the prosperity message. And it says, it's okay for you to be powerful. You are being guided by heaven to take ownership of your current situation. So how perfect is that? Because that's what we're saying. Like, heaven saying, be your brilliant self and be the high priestess and let the moon illuminate things, and the koi spirit, and all of this beautiful magic. So being flexible is number 19. So let's look at the prosperity message in here, because it's all about prosperity, this reading, isn't it? Which I'm loving. And it's that reverse treasure trail that we've done, and it's our treasure map now, our treasure trail in advance now that we're getting now. So flexible, essential meanings: teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. And again, what we've been talking about throughout the Flip the Script immersive, throughout the Fire Horse from protection to prowess theme, is about, it's being flexible in our thoughts, flexible in our activities, and flexible in our way that we see the world. And also that we teach what we share, and we share what we teach. You know, we teach what we know, and we, you know, all of that stuff. We teach what we learn, and we learn what we teach. That's what I'm trying to say. So this is what we're about doing as well. So the Oracle's message said, a tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground. And remember, we planted ourselves in the earth, in that activation as well. Yet its branches can bend in a hurricane. So it's like the tree, that's why the trees largely stay up, you know, even in gale force winds. You know, ancient trees, they can withstand anything because they can be flexible and bend with the wind, but they've got the powerful roots, and that's what we're connected into as well, didn't we? Like our roots of our ancestors, and everything, our legacy, our longevity, and all of that. So whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down, consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be now, willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. And again, that's what we are teaching, that's what we are sharing, is like, we're being grounded in our brilliant self, in our iconic, magical self, our non-linear, amazing self, our the brilliance of our magical self, the youest of you, as I always say. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. And again, that's what we're saying, that is being mirrored around us when we're flexible with our thinking, and we love ourselves and choose love for us first. And, you know, we tap into that, and we share that green light with the world, to use Jenny's imagery, visual imagery. We give the world the green light to see us as that way too. So it says, even when you have a clear vision of how you're going to manifest something, what it will look like, who will share in it, and what will then be available to you. So this is a prosperity message I've moved on to now, just to be clear about that, tying in with their koi spirit and the pheasant and everything else. Even when you have a clear vision of how you're going to manifest something, what it will look like, who will share in it, and what will then be available to you, you still need to relax and open up to other possibilities. So again, this is going back to the moon, I think, was talking about the non-linear, letting go of the linear thinking, because that was in shadow, and we're seeing it from the light seer's perspective. So we're letting go of that linear thinking, oh, X plus Y has to equal that, or, A plus B has to equal that, or 2 plus 2 has to equal 4. Actually, no, we're non-linear thinking, and that's our flexibility of thinking as well. And then that's when we open up to all the other possibilities, when we stop thinking in that limited linear fashion and we think non-linearly and we think in our own brilliant, unique ways, then that's when the magic happens. That's when the transformation happens. So Spirit may have much better plans for you. It could be a job you hadn't thought of, a new source of money, or some other opportunity that eluded your imagination. Be flexible and remind yourself this or something better manifest for me now. And it can be both and as well. Or we also get that, always get that thing of like release the form and keep the feelings. So, pardon me, how you manifest what you want is you go, well, I'd love to have the feelings of wealth, health, prosperity, love, luck, success, joy, all of these things. That's the feelings that I want from this thing. And how it transpires, how it manifests, I'll leave it up to you. And you've got the bigger plan, you've got the bigger roadmap, you're the, GPS kind of thing, you're the co-creator, the navigator. So it's like this or something better manifests for me now. Then be willing to bend a little, enjoy the miraculous results. So it's like may cause miracles, So I'm loving that one as well. So that's card number 5 now. So just a couple to go. So now we're going to go to the secret language of colour and see what they have to offer. And tell you what we'll also do. I'm going to stretch over there. So let's see what the daisy, because we've opened up our abilities to connect with our full spectrum of colour, light and sound, your Enigma energy, that I'm a master, level 5 master in, that I can help you use. I help ignite that in people. I can ignite my streams of magic in people so that you ignite your own streams of magic and you can use it professionally. So if you are a healer, or you've got your own business, or you have ambitions or aspirations to have your own business, then that's what I can help you do as well. We've got 2 from this one. So funnily enough, again, you couldn't make this up. We've got red and orange. So remember, we started off with the red, your passion and power vortex. And then we've got the orange, which is your truth and creativity vortex. So, and we've got the flames, if you like, on that one. And we've got the red fiery passions, and then we've got the flames of the fire horse momentum. So again, we've already had a sneak peek of them in the activation that we did in the wildcard moment. And so number 2, so again, we had a 2 earlier on from the High Priestess, says free yourself from pain. And again, that's going back to what we did there, because what we're doing now is we're freeing ourselves, we're liberating ourselves from the pain of the past, and we're freeing ourselves with our passions, with our genius, with our flexibility of thinking, with the being our brilliant self, with our koi fish, and the prosperity and there's always enoughness, and all the good fortune and everything, the courage and ambition that they represent, the soul's journey towards enlightenment, as you say. So that's what the freeing yourself from pain is. We're seeing, and so the image that they gave me or before, and I shared this in the immersive earlier on, was about a photographer going into a dark room, for example, and they literally go into a dark room in order to, and I think they're just, is it a red light or something they use in there? Give me a yes for that, Marie. You'll probably know this. I'm sure you'll have done some of this within your art, some of your projects at college, where they use. Give me a yes from that. Like you use I think it's a red light, like an infrared light or something that you use in the darkroom that the photographer uses to develop the photographs. And again, Nicole could tell us this for sure because she's a photographer of J'adore Photography, which is a beautiful name actually when you think about it. Very apt. And so the photographer uses the darkness to transform, and the color, the image develops from the picture, and it magically, from nothing. If you think about a Polaroid, like, so give me that now. It's like, remember when you had a Polaroid camera and you took the Polaroid and it started off dark and then you kind of waved it about, didn't you? And then the image started to come clear. The visual became made visible. The vision became made visible through the magic of the Polaroid kind of thing. And so so that's what when you free yourself from pain, that's when the magic happens, and that's when you ignite your own magic. So loving that one. And Orange says nurture yourself, and it's a 16. So let's have a look at the 16. And you know, especially yourself, Marie, and Jenny as well, and anybody else watching. But I know that Marie knows the power of resting. So you've been having a rest day today. Thank you for the purple hearts, Jenny. You know the power of resting and like recalibrating, like we say, after you've been doing the passion projects and all of that, and the overdoing it and burning yourself out. So we don't want to be burning ourselves out. We want to be nurturing ourselves so that we don't get to burnout. And that's why you've recognised, okay, I might have a couple of days like this, but now I've got to just switch off and stay in the PJs all day or whatever and not worry about it, because that's me nurturing myself. That's me choosing love for myself first. So 16 says you are being invited to upgrade your choices and move towards experiences that support your joy and purpose. Let go and move forward. And I'm smiling at that as well, because we have a truth that we often use in the Flip the Script Collective, is that the truth is I expand and express in the love of God when I create in joy, and I create all in joy. Praise be, you know, I co-create with joy. And, you know, all my creations are birthed from joy, you know. So that is lovely. So we're being invited to upgrade our choices and upgrade ourselves, elevate our life. And that's that message. So we've got 2 more decks to go. We're going to go to soul coaching, because we're talking about inviting our soul, and literally the card has flipped itself out of the deck before I've even done any shuffling with air as well. So they're helping me speed things up now. And we've got the peace card, and this is it, when we rest in ourselves, when we nurture ourselves and we don't burn ourselves out, then that's when we can step into peace. That's when we can, you know, like you go into that sanctuary of your heart, that green emerald that is our heart, then that's when we can find the peace, and we realise that the peace is within. It's within us all along, and we just have to go within and tap into it. We don't have to look for it externally, we nurture it within ourselves. And actually, she's basking in that glow, a bit like the first card that we had from Rumi, which I've lost what I've done with that now, but the Hand of Fatima one. I'll need to go back to it to share the picture. But remember the ready black glow that she had? Well, we've got that within this peace card here. So we've come full circle to that. And this says, I breathe deeply, knowing that all is well in my universe. And she's sitting on the moon. So again, we've gone back to the moon card as well. So loving that message as well. And then finally, last but not least, we're going to go to the Secret Forest, which Shirley gifted me this deck. So another of our Flip the Script Collective members. And actually, well, they've got 2 cards on top here. So we're just going to go to these, because that's what we've been getting for the last few ones. They've been offering themselves up without me even having to shuffle them. And they have got numbers. So I'm going to look at the numbers, and I'll have a quick look at the book as well. So the first one is like a snow globe, and it's retreat. And it says Spirit Guardian of Winter, and it's number 38. So let's have a look at that in a second. So, and there's something about a snow globe as well, but it will come to mind later on probably. And then we've also got Hummingbird Spirit, which is 22. So 22 is the number of the Master Builder, because that's a master number in numerology that you don't thing it down to a single number. Can't think of the word. I'm starting to. And Jenny saying, "Oh yes, I was in PJ yesterday. I was in PJs all day, and today I've done the minimum, ready for the week, starting all over again tomorrow." Yeah, exactly. So that's that retreat card, isn't it? And the nurture, it goes very beautifully with that, and the inner peace. So it's all tying together beautifully. So that's number 38, which says, you are uncovering memories from lifetimes beyond your current lifetime. And again, we've talked about that. Your current spiritual interests are inspired by experiences from previous lives. And of course, we said that at the beginning about the ancestors. So it's like the ancestors are helping us to see, okay, the things that we've the limiting beliefs and the fears that we've been uncovering, the patterns and the cycles, they don't just affect us. Like I say, they affected our ancestors, and especially if we think about it, all of us here that are watching have discovered the beauty of ADHD and discovered the brilliance of that. And we know that there's support out there. So we've got each other, and we've got different access to different resources, and we've got access to counselling, and there's Facebook groups and TikToks and a myriad of things on the internet that we can access now at the tap of a button, like Marie did earlier on for this the spirit meaning of the koi fish and all this sort of thing. So within the few taps of a button, you can access resources now, and you can join a group, or you can join the Flip the Script Collective, or you can come here and tap into your own knowing and stuff like that. And so, we've got access to all of that. And don't get me wrong, they had access to things as well, just maybe not quite so magically and so instantly. But also, if they didn't know that they had something like that, and like we've been struggling, imagine how they were struggling, because there was no conscious awareness of that, or the conscious awareness that it was said that hyperactivity was little naughty boys. They didn't say it was a hyperactive brain, or a confused mind, or what have you, or non-linear thinking, or time blindness and all that. You just got told you were bad, and if you were left-handed, oh, you're even worse, kind of thing. Know that I'm left-handed, but you know what I mean? People that they were like inhumane, basically, some of the things that, and so imagine if you were left-handed and had ADHD and had something else as well, but didn't know any of that, and you were like, oh, well, I need to try and write with my right hand, I need to try and bend over backwards and stand on my head to try and be like other people, and we shouldn't have to do that. And but we know that now, but they didn't know that. Do you know what I mean? So my heart goes out to them, and that's who we're doing it for as well, and they're doing it for us as well. So again, I get on my soapbox about that, as you can tell. So 38 says, dun, dun, dun. Yeah, sorry, we've already read the 38. I got so much on my soapbox about it, I forgot I'd already read it. So again, it bears repeating. You are uncovering memories from lifetimes beyond your current lifetime. Your current spiritual interests are inspired by experiences from previous lives. And so it's like, well, yeah, mine's is expired, like I said, from my previous life as a coach and a manager and a customer relations manager and all the other roles that I played there in my corporate life. And it's been inspired by my ancestors' lifetimes and their trials and tribulations. And so when I write my book and I create my passion projects, I'm doing it for them as well. And that's what gives me longevity and legacy and all that good stuff. So let's have a look at the Spirit Guardian of Winter just quickly. Oh my goodness, very quickly. Because we have been here a while, but this is our monthly reading. So it's fine. We're allowed to take time, because this is going to last us for the whole month, So, and it's a marvelous magical March. So this deck, the box says, enter a secret dimension to discover the truth of your soul. And how beautiful is that? So, and as I say, I haven't really used these cards because I got them as a present recently. So we're what's the word? We're inaugurating them now. So, night is coming and the temperature is dropping as you follow the path through the snow to a small cabin. A golden light flickers through the windows. You stomp the snow off your feet, open the door, and step in. Instantly, you're embraced by the heat of the fire and the tantalising aroma of the soup nestled in the potbelly stove. And that potbelly is going back to our truth vortex, isn't it? A large overstuffed chair awaits you. You curl up in the chair and warm yourself by the fire. And it says, the Spirit Guardian of Winter says, enter the silent, deep place within you. Renew, retreat, repair your body, items and relationships. Examine your life and make adjustments as needed. Watch your nocturnal dreams, meditate, look for messages from Spirit. So again, that's coming full circle to the messages that we got from the moon and from the High Priestess that we started off with. And also that is again what we've been doing this week in the immersive. It's that chance to renew, to retreat, because it's Mercury retrograde as well, but it's like it's all the it's to recall, the lives of your ancestors and learn from that, and it's not like retreating from the world, but like you're retreating to yourself, to nurture yourself, and to learn from your dreams, and to transform them from nightmares and from darkness into the light, like we said with the photographs and the developing as well. So, and the hummingbird spirit was the other card that we got, which is joy, which is 22, which, as we say, we'll check the number of 22 in a second, but we know it's the number of a master builder, and this is what we're all doing here. We're building our masterful life, aren't we? And we're building something, like you have said before, Marie, many times, a legacy that's your work's going to outlast you, and that's what you're building, that master portfolio with your art and your projects and your passions and all of that, your creations. So this says, in the sacred forest, hummingbirds have incredibly beautiful auras. Well, again, we keep talking about auras and that glow of love, and then we're back full circle to the Fatima card, the wild card moment that we had at the beginning with Rumi. So it says a shimmering, sparkling frequency surrounds them, and again, we're on this frequency wavelength. We're on that frequency. With every flower they dip into, the colours of their aura and the frequency of their energy shifts. Each one hovers directly before you without fear, flashing its iridescent colours in the sun. Again, the full spectrum of colour, light, and sound that we tapped into in the activation. The vibration of their wings sounds like a universal Om. And again, if you want to, when you listen to it again, you can add Om to it as well to tap into that vibration and to really kind of like, so it like Om just vibrates through your soul, doesn't it? Through your bones, through your essence kind of thing, and enlivens everything when you do that. So the spirit of the hummingbird says, replenish yourself. So again, we've got that retreat and that renew and that revive and that replenish. True happiness comes from following the dictates of your soul. Life is change. Be open to change and look for joy in the moment. Find your boundaries and stand strong. Discover your joy, all is well. So again, we're going back to I create all in joy, and we flourish in that, and the truth is we expand and express in love of God and create all in joy. Praise be. So 22 says, you are at a crucial point on your journey, which will help you understand the relationships and spiritual assignments that will support your growth. And again, that's what I was describing. That's what we did in today's activation. And if anybody would like to experience the flip the script, just because you didn't take part in this group experience, the immersive, the 7 days that we're bringing to a conclusion now, you can do your own 7 days. You can do your own spiritual retreat, basically, over WhatsApp with me and you, and doing it one-to-one is immensely powerful and joyous. So these are all amazing cards. And yeah, I think we've done everything. Have I done everything? I think that's all we want to say. That's 9:30. So let's end the love stream there. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you so much, Spirit, for co-creating those beautiful messages with me. As I say, I will share links. I'll share I'll share stuff afterwards so that you can connect with me if you want to get in touch about the iconic journal that we've mentioned, the immersive that we've mentioned. I have got an upcoming group program that I will share about, the Elevate group program, the practitioner program. You're welcome, darling. Is coming up very soon as well. So you guys who are in the immersive are going to get the sneak peek, the first first chance to get in on that. One person has already put their hands up for that. And it's going to be a magical program to elevate your life and all of the things that were spoken about tonight. So if anybody's interested in that, comment replay or comment elevate, and I can send you details of that because I say they're going to be made available this week. And the ladies in the immersive are going to get the first chance to take the spots in that, because there will be limited number of spots as well. And give me a yes for that to the number that I have in mind. So I'm going to open it up to the people who have been working with me directly first of all, and then we'll open it up wider to the wider audience. So if you want to be in with a chance to be next on that list, then you can comment elevate, or you can message me and we can sort that out, and I'll share the details with you when they are ready. Getting a yes for that. And anything else that we've spoken about, any other tools or any other ways to work with me. I think I've talked about liberation a little bit. We've talked about various things. So anything that sparked an interest in you, or gave you a bit of a hit that you will have got from these messages, then you know what to do. Get in touch and let's have a chat and see how we can help you and support you and help you to flip the script and help you to live this flipping amazing, brilliant life that we've talked about. The be your brilliant self, really, isn't it? And be the high priestess and dance in the glow of love and have the prosperity, the koi fish spirit, of everything that's came from that, and the joy. Because that's what happens when you jump into love stream, and when you enliven your own love stream like the high priestess, then you manifest the magic, and that's what we're talking about. So I will leave it there. Thank you so much for being with me, those of you that have been with me live throughout this whole love stream. Do comment afterwards and let me know anything else that comes up for you tonight in dreams or overnight knowings that I know will happen for all of you guys, and the magic. We've set the intention for that, and you can go back and listen to the activation. You can add the ohms, you can add in your own chants or whatever to upgrade that and make it your own. And I'm looking forward to hearing about that tomorrow and over the next few days, and over the rest of the month, or whenever you find this, because whenever you find this recording, it's exact perfect divine time for you. I always talk about perfect divine time and perfect divine go any time. Well, it's perfect divine you time when this message finds you, and that's 1 hour 30 we've been on for, so I'm going to leave it there. Lots of love. You can enjoy it in chunks afterwards, chunk it down and explore and have fun. So have an amazing magical March. I will see some of you in the next couple of days and hear how it's gone for you. And anyone else who wants to get in touch, please do share your magical knowings, your knowings off the back of this too. Bye for now. Lots of love, and continue to flow in your own personal love stream. And XOXO. Bye. Lots of love.